Right, so let's talk about C.C Adams, because I feel like this guy doesn't get enough love, and after reading Closure, I definitely feel like he doesn't get enough love. Shirley has her life together. She is a counsellor for a funeral directors. She's basically helping people with the grieving process, and that in itself has got to be mentally and physically draining. And I can't even tell you, like, this entire story was so dark, brutal, emotional, and it was beautifully written as well. So Shirley isn't feeling very fulfilled with her life right now because she's dealing with her own existential crisis. She basically doesn't feel like she's doing enough in her life, and she's got her 2 kids. She's got her husband, Orville, who adores and worships her, and that just doesn't seem to be as fulfilling as she wants it to be. So you take this person who is thinking that her life is falling apart because she hasn't done everything she wanted to do, and she doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, and it's all mundane to her, and she's looking around and seeing everybody's getting on with their lives and they're doing their dream jobs or they're doing whatever they want to do. And then she has this near-death experience, and basically shit gets really intense real quick. She ends up being able to talk to the dead. First instance was the cyclist who died. She basically saw die at the near-miss experience. So it's no surprise that on top of the guilt she's dealing with, it's the case of, I am so sorry. I am currently getting mauled by rats. It's off. Anyway, so this story is absolutely heartbreaking because, yes, she can give closure to the families, but I feel like there is selfish motivations behind it, which makes you really consider Shirley's character, but it also gives you an incredibly in-depth view into the grief process, denial, anger, all the different emotional and physical reactions. Like, this is such an in-depth story. Even with the supernatural aspects to it, it still holds so much creativity, pace and detail. You end up just sitting there and you really kind of go, I have been through this process myself. I have seen how grief has affected me, and I know a lot of you will read this and relate big time, but the way that CC does this, in the way of making this almost a selfish motivation with the character, like, what is it they say? Like, everything starts with good intentions, and she does have a good intention until she starts forcing the gift, like forcing the spirits of the loved ones to come forward. Then shit hits the fan big time. So honestly, I feel like I've missed out on so much not giving CC's book a first read myself. And honestly, you want something that is eerie, full of atmosphere, really well developed characters, and an intense pace that will keep you on your feet. This is the book for you.